We don't know. When we do something, when we do a jacket like that, we do it by passion. We do it because we want it for ourselves. We don't know if someone's going to buy this.
I hide this one, for example. I love it. And I hide it for other women.
You want it?
Yes, of course, and it's my size also. And it's made of an old curtain for a children's theater in the 40s. And I mean,
it's a priest coat.
It's a one of a kind. You can never find this. Yeah. It's no business model, nothing. Yeah. And if a woman come here and I try, and he said, but we have we have something very nice there. And then I put it, that's why it's here. I mean, it's amazing, this coat. You see?
This is glorious.
Yeah, it's glorious. Look. Have you seen something like this? No. Ever? No? And here is for the Bible. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
My customers, they come from all over the world. It's a piece of France they take with them. These are all the books. You see, these are exactly the people who wear those clothes. So it's very important for me. I don't consider clothes as a piece of fabric. I consider clothes as a life incarnation. Yeah. And this is the people who, because at that time, people and clothes, they stay together the whole life. Yep. So the clothes are part of the people. Absolutely. And the people are part of the clothes.
So you were telling us about the different fabrics you carry in the archive.
Yeah, so this is a treasure, my treasure room. It's because I have all those fabrics from the 20s, 30s, 40s that I can make good quality and exclusive and very unique clothes. And this is my challenge, you know, to really redo good stuff, you know. So you have tartan from England, you know, all those are British. So this is herringbone. Look at the color. Look at I don't know if you can see the color. It's a beautiful color.
Incredible.
Yeah. Here you have herringbone, small herringbone, big ones for coats. You see, look at that. You know, the quality. Yeah. I mean, people have forgotten that wool, the process to make wool, is crazy. I mean, it's such a process that wool has become impossible to buy or to produce 100% wool. Most of the brands, they are 20%, 30, 40, the rest is polyester, is more and more plastic, you know. Me, I'm doing exclusively cotton, wool or linen, only natural fabrics. All 19th century clothes. I mean, touch it because you see those fabrics, they don't exist anymore. They are so look, you see, the wool. Gorgeous, man. Amazing, no? And then my atelier is there. Wow. It's a bit messy.
No, that's good. We love the real. Watch your step here.
So here I work. I have a more modern machine, a brother, American, by the way.
Yes.
Then here I have other fabrics, mostly whipcord, very nowhere to be found anymore. Whipcords, very expensive. And here you have the old machine of the grandfather, which still works.
Oh.
We don't use it so much because you can't, but it works. Huh? We can't go forward. I mean, you have to turn the fabric every time if you want to go on the other direction. It's more easy to use the brother. This cane, in France you have a category of people called maquignons. Maquignons, very famous. Those people used to sell animals on the markets. And this cane is a cane of a maquignon. That means this guy was selling horses or buying horses, probably for the army. So, you see? So this is to measure the horse under his belly, you know, because the army will buy horses with certain specification, you know. So they have the cane and they can measure all the measurements.
This is like the old things of the. This is like.
It's so like genius. We lost all that.
Yeah, I know. The ingenuity of design. Yeah.
See, maquignon, canne de maquignon.
So good.
The most special thing about spending time at Rêve de Gosse was being able to enter into the world and passion of Rêve. I almost categorize the experience here as being able to shop at a fashion history museum, Whether you're looking for true vintage from France or you want to experience reinterpreted classics for the modern wear, Rêve de Gosse is an incredible shop that's worth adding to your list. I will say that the price point of Rêve de Gosse is going to be a bit more elevated from a At Dawn or a Thanks God I'm a VIP, depending on what you shop, but I wouldn't let that discourage you from visiting. One of the most unique items he sold was a cropped double-breasted jacket made out of baguette blankets. The fabric from this jacket achieves its faded color through a fermentation process, but also has details from the brasserie, bakery essentially, that it came from. I kind of glossed over this part of the interview, but remember this jacket for later.
What an absolute treat. I mean, does it get much better than that in terms of being able to see inside someone else's world? Not only that, it almost reignited my personal passion for why I do what I do. It's not always for the monetary outcomes or the business outcomes, it's for the love of what you do, and I felt that with both of them. But regardless, that was incredible. Incredible.
Before we head to the world's largest antique market, I've been itching to show you guys something a bit more niche. If you follow my Instagram, then you'll know that last year during Paris Fashion Week, I discovered a Spanish footwear company called Marcos Yorn. Marcos Yorn is an independent leather shoemaker, and Marcos and Aina are the duo behind the brand. It's a brand that I've totally fallen in love with because the shoes they make are truly second to none. I already personally own the crossed Oxford, but this time around I wanted to commission one of their Mary Jane slip-ons. To me, Marcos Yorn really represents this idea of modern timelessness. It's one thing that not a lot of brands can actually touch upon without being too nostalgia driven or without being too future forward leaning. Designs feel refreshing but also familiar, which is a tough space to exist in. The shoes won't be ready for a while, but I did want to add this brand to your radar, and I will update you guys once they are complete. Let's go to Marché aux Puces de Saint-Ouen. So Paris is known for its iconic markets. Some may even argue that Paris has the best vintage and antique markets in all of the world. Last year we visited Marché Dauphine, but what we didn't realize is that Marché Dauphine is one part of the largest collection of vintage and antique markets in the world. Marché aux Puces de Saint-Ouen, Marché Malassis, Marché Biron, Marché Venaison. All of these markets and more are a part of this super flea and antique sales quarter. The mistake we made last year when we came is we visited during the week, but during the weekend on non-rainy days, our eyes were opened up to the sheer volume of the world's largest antique market. Once we arrived, we knew we only had a limited amount of time until it was going to start raining. Our first market we started with was Marché Biron. Marché Biron is over 100 years old. It was first established in 1925 and through the years has been frequented by the likes of Pablo Picasso to Madonna. One of the coolest things we learned is that several of the vendors here have been selling for multiple generations, which is incredible. If you don't know, Lauren and I just moved to a new apartment and we have absolutely no decorations. Like, the walls are as blank as the sky is blue. The goal today was to find something, anything cool to improve our interior design. Essentially anything that can help us add a bit more personality to our living space. I thoroughly enjoyed our time walking around Marché Biron, and my favorite vendor in Biron was this vintage poster shop that kept and maintained old department store advertisements. These were gorgeous to me.
It's like menswear or women's wear.
Yes.
So here we're like in shoe polishing.
Yes, yeah. Interesting, yeah. Look at the face on the shoe.
And so that's the canvas.
Oh, I see.
And so it's stuck on a piece of paper
Okay.
and then linen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got it.
That's why it's, yeah.
So that helps them to protect them.
Yeah.
The next stop was Marché Venaison. This section of the antique market was really unique and really cool. It reminded us of the streets of Golden Gai in Tokyo. You can kind of see it in the clips. The streets are very narrow. There are a lot of tight corridors. We ended up searching for an hour or so until the rain came in. It was actually really cold today as well. One of the pro tips I will give you is that you want to give yourself many hours to search through these markets. Because we visited in January, it wasn't too busy, but I can assume or imagine in June, July, and August that it's probably pretty packed due to tourism. I will say this, even if you don't buy anything, these markets are definitely something you should come and experience once in your life, especially if you are a vintage, antique, and or thrift lover. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to New York City. Let's get into today's pickups, or rather should I say pick up, because this jacket is the only jacket that we brought back from Paris on our vintage shopping tour. If you remember at Rêve de Gosse, there were 2 jackets that Rev had made that were made from using recycled baguette carpets. This fabric is essentially the sheet of cloth that the baguettes rest on as they're being made. You can also see how incredibly unique the texture of this fabric is. I also liked how natural the crop of this jacket was. It didn't feel too exaggerated. It still sits on my waist in a really beautiful way. And one more detail that I love is that Martina added a tiny little D signet on the inside of the jacket. Things like that just add a little bit of a personal touch, and I love the fact that she did that. And what makes this pickup so special to me is what Rev was saying about buying a piece of France and being able to take it home with you. It's a piece with true story and something that immediately will take me back to Rêve de Gosse in Paris, with all of the elements, the smells and the sounds and everything that goes into being in a new place. This jacket, when I wear it, it feels like I'm back in Paris. That's all we got. I hope you enjoyed this vintage shopping tour. If you did, make sure to like the video, and if you want to see more, subscribe. As always, I'm spreading peace, love, and positivity in 2026. So that means I hope peace, love, and positivity are in your mix. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful rest of your day. A bientôt. Peace. Yo, what is good post-vid? Here are the fist bumps for the one time. Bop. Thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. Here's the second fist bump. Bop. Thank you guys so much. I have been a little bit under the weather, not gonna lie, PVV. Maybe you can hear it in my voice. I feel like I'm a bit nasally, and I'm drinking on tea right now, man. And yeah, stay healthy, wash your hands, do what you gotta do. I'm curious to know from the PVV specifically, what other cities would you be interested in me going to visit? London is one of those cities that's kind of top of brain right now, but that's in Europe. What other cities in the US, or should I go to parts of South America, or should I go parts of Africa, or should I go to parts of Asia or East Asia? Let me know down in the comments, hashtag PVV when you answer, so that I know that you made it to the end of the video. We'll see you guys in next week's upload. Peace.